Hi, Sharon Danley here with another 2-minute performance tip. This week it's a continuation of body language, talking about body warm-ups and positioning. Top of the list, of course, is something that Mama always told you: correct posture, whether standing or sitting. Just for a quick review, you stand with your feet slightly apart. Your spine is straight. Imagine a rope is coming up through the back of your spine and up through the back of your head and pulling you up this way. Your shoulders are back and down. Not exaggerated, but they're back and down. Your chin is always parallel with the floor, always. And your hips are slightly forward with your stomach relaxed, knees slightly bent. When seated, your posture is the same, except that you bring yourself a little more forward on your chair so as to allow your diaphragm room to breathe deeply and expand. And lying down, a great way to see that you have got good posture is to lay with your knees bent and the small of your back pressed into the floor. That's perfect alignment, and that should give you a good idea as to how your body should be aligned when you're standing. So here's a few simple little exercises, and after checking with your healthcare provider, if you need to, do these exercises 5 times and on each side where required. The first one is with your feet hip distance apart and standing like a ballerina plie, so that your feet are out this way, making sure, of course, that you're standing properly. And then you're going to take your arms and swing them out and up and stretch as far as you can and bring them down and relax. The next one is to bend your knees and squat as low as you can and return to your number 1 position. And the third one is to rock on your heels and up on your toes, back and forth like this. This will give you lots of good body stretching. The next few are for your neck and shoulder rolls. The first one is going to be with your head down like so, and you roll from your left to your right across your chest thusly, always making sure not to push too far. The next one is to stretch your neck, your left ear touching your left shoulder and your right ear touching your right shoulder. And again, do that 5 times on each side, going as far as you can without straining yourself in any way, of course. And thirdly, with your arms at your side, roll your shoulders like you're pedaling a bike. First 5 times backwards like thus, and then 5 times forward like this. And the next set is for ribcage stretches. So the first one is to imagine that you're climbing a rope, and you're going to put your arm up like this, and then the other arm, and then stretching again and stretching again, one arm over the other, and do that 5 times on each side. Then there is your classic arms out like thusly and stretching all the way down as far as you can on your left side, then stretching all the way down as far as you can on your right, and doing that one 5 times on each side. And here's one of my favorites. Find yourself a door frame and stand with your arms at shoulder level, holding on to the frame. Then you're going to lean forward and bring your left foot forward for balance, and you're going to pull so that your arms are stretched, and let your body weight just pull you forward and relax into that pose. Come back and put your other foot forward and stretch out again. Oh, that's a wonderful stretch for the arms, the rib cage, everything. I love that one. Oh, and I should say, hold that stance for 15 seconds before you switch legs. And then hold that one for 15 seconds and do it again 5 times on each side or each leg. And finally, the dancer's straight back stretch. With your feet hip width distance apart, stand as tall as possible. And then with a flat back, that is where you bend at the hips, not at the waist, so that you're going like like this. Well, that arm's been broken, so I can't do it as well. Yes. So you bend front. So imagine this is your hip. This would be your waist. You'd be bending there if you're doing it wrong. To do it correctly, you bend from the hips and go out, keeping your chin parallel with the floor as much as possible. This is where you're going to get a full stretch all the way through, and just hold that for about 15 seconds. Next, in that same position, swing from side to side, from your left to your right, back to your left and back to your right, again as far as you can without putting yourself over the top. And then back in number one position again, stretch nice and tall, again bending from the hips, lean over and try to touch the floor with the palms of your hands, not your fingers. But if you start off, you go as far as you can, but your aim is to get to the point where you can lay your palms on the floor, bent from your hips. So there you have it, a few body warm-ups that you can use for any presentation, anytime, in any way that you need to. They're great stretches and warm-ups to get you limber and feeling really good and upbeat and ready to go get them. Enjoy, practice, and we'll see you next time.